Hello, guys. So, I got some free time, so I'm just exploring through this beautifully written work of Justin Gregg. The book titled If Neitzsche Were a Narwhal. And here, it's a cute work because it's a kind of absurd, but it's kind of a very intelligent work because it actually compared the human society with the animal society. Before giving the reviews of this book, I am not planning to stretch this whole video for not like for 6 7 minutes. I want to wrap it up in 5 minutes. So before I'm coming to the observations to the certain thing and the conclusions, inferences what I get after reading this book. So we human, we suffered through exceptionalism in us that we have conquered nearly everything in this earth. So we are the greatest species, advanced, modern, and all those words associated with us. So somewhere I don't feel all this technological advance actually shows us that we are a great species. Actually, we have equipped all the skills, all the basic human psychological traits from nature, which were provided to us for our defense or for our survival instinct. We have taken all of it, and in the modern world where we have all the luxuries, we are kind of misusing, corrupting, or maybe suffering through a great hamartia, the fatal fallacy. That, and maybe this is the reason human utopias and civilizational utopias can never exist. Even if we achieve such a condition in this society, we can never like establish it in a manner of continuity. Why I'm saying it? Because for mostly, I can categorize it within three types. Firstly, the first three traits which we have corrupted. The first trait is the quality to deceit, or maybe the human honesty and the fallacy regarding it. So, what is the origin of honesty? How, as per the book, how this certain trait of honesty, which kind of infused with modality, the more honest the person, the more greater the person. And also this art of lying, of falsifying us. What is the origin? What is the prehistoric memory in the human evolution? Well, in nature, you will observe that there are certain forms of expressive deceit. Say, there is this camouflage thing, there is this mimicry thing, there is this blending thing, like red frogs, coloration, pigmentation, melanized moths, and everything. We have all read it in biology. We all know about it. Why it is there? Because it helps the species to survive. It's a survival instinct. It's not a certain quality that the species is falsifying their presence in front of the nature for no reason. They have a reason. They have to survive because they are predators. But what fear we humans should have? We are the highest level of species. Why should we fear the nature? We dominate it, of course, as per the exceptionalism say. But how we use this art of lying? If you're lying for a good intent, it's okay. Intentions matter. But if you're lying for a bad intent, or maybe for some personal gain, which may harm some other person, it's not good, as per what morality says. But isn't it interesting to note that this basic survival skill of this society, which nature have given us through all this prehistoric evolution, kind of transformed into something so much deceitful, so much fatal, so much like a societal fallacy? It happens because we humans, we are selfish. We have corrupted it. There is this thing called leisure. Societies or maybe communities who lives in leisure, who lives in luxury. For them, lying is not a very necessary part of their life. They can have everything in their life. Why should they lie? But the certain greed of human to gain more and more and more and more and more, which actually dominate this basic survival instinct, which actually kind of overpower our ambition. We go on doing bad things, we go on fooling people, we go on doing scams and everything to gain all this for us. This is the corruption human society have done. Coming to the second thing, well, we have this idea called why specialism, as per the book, what it says. So we ask the question why I should do it, why it is like this, why it is like that. The reason to know how the society function. It is actually a very good thing because the time when humans have started asking this why question, we have progressed scientifically, economically, we have created system, organization, managements, etc. So sometime it is also can be categorized as a fallacy of the human society because we should not ask so much of why questions. Some stuffs happen. Let them happen naturally. Let the forest stay in the place. Why should we need deforestation? And even here also I'm asking a question why? Because this why actually labels all the emotions of human, that why should we leave this place alone, we should dominate this, why should I leave that person alone, I should took my revenge. We should not ask so much of why questions because it certainly becomes a fallacy. Sometimes we just settle because sustainability is more important rather than progressive upliftment. At a certain point of time, when you will come at a certain edge of your life or maybe edge of your success, you will feel, as per what Shah Rukh Khan had said, it was very lonely at the top. So, in that point, when you will reach, you will settle and sustain. You should stop asking why, because the person who keep on asking why I should do it, why I should do it, never come into a conclusion because the lesser will be the question, the more clarity will the answer hold. Now, coming to the third thing, which is, I feel, the biggest paradoxes ever exist. Well, we feel that we are superior. We feel that creatures like insects, tiny, just one splash, the mosquito will die. We feel they don't have emotion, they don't feel pain, they don't have a brain or any psychological quality to express themselves or to feel all the emotions which we human feel. It can be true. We human feel certain stuffs more because we have this ability of episodic prediction, rather a futuristic prediction. We can travel in our mind to the future, can predict a lot of things, and also travel back in time in the agonies of our past and the pain and everything. We can also take that pain as a burden on our shoulder. Of course, we can. But coming to the question, why should we think about the past? It's unchangeable. Why should we think about the future? It's unpredictable. Because in the animal society, they never have a thought of it. They live in the present. They don't care about the past because they don't remember. They don't find any significance in remembering the past. They don't care about the future because all they know that I have to live this day, I have to eat, I have to survive, I have to sleep. Then, tell me, in this whole process of existing, in this whole process of animalistic existence of different species other than humans, in their present time, take the sample of the present time. Is it really sounds logical to say that they don't feel? They do feel. They do stuffs as listed in the book. How chimpanzees understood grievance, how dolphins understood human language and different emotions like pain and sorrow, how wolves in packs they protect, they have a community, they have a system. So, all of it, productiveness, territoriality, uh, marking of areas, ownership of regions, all this happen also in the animalistic society, also in the animal species other than human. It's not only humane, they also have ambition. A mosquito, a female mosquito, Anopheles say, She is not biting you because she's so much, in love of your blood. No, she's biting you because it is necessary for her progeny to survive. So somewhere, they all of them, all of us have this certain thing of duty in us. Maybe for animals, it is not expressed. They don't understand. They don't understand why they are doing. And maybe at a certain point of time in prehistory, humans also do not understand. That is the reason from there evolves this idea of supernaturalism. Humans don't understand when we are learning all these ideas, all these emotions. On this very out of a blue moon, we feel like, oh, I got all the knowledge of the world. No, we cannot get all the knowledge within a certain blue moon back in those days. It is an evolutionary process. So, in that evolutionary process, when we cannot logic out something, we attach it to the supernaturalism. That is the reason deities exist. That is the reason religions exist. It is never about your God is bigger than mine and your God is lesser than mine and all this thing. It is always about giving an object to our, or maybe an object to contemplate the logic of all the things we are doing but not understanding. So it's an interesting book. So I feel the biggest review I should give, because it is not for everyone. It is for those who are ready to, suffer all the sorts of absurd ideas, who are ready to accept that we humans, we have fallacies, or maybe we do chaos. We are killing this earth, we are doing deforestation, we are killing each other. We are the only species who have built weapons to kill each other. A lion will never kill another lion. A tiger will never kill another tiger. They can be invasive to each other, maybe. Still, that situation is rare. A lion do not hunt every day. It is only when he or she feels hungry. On many, at certain point of time, there are other species too who store their food stocks. Wildlife and animalistic society, they are not as much invasive as we have read in the biology book. All they are doing is replacing a certain habitat which may have a certain predecessors, and now another succeeding species is coming to habitat it again. Simple succession, no war, no ownership, no treaties and nothing. But all this war, all this bloodshed, all this bloodlust, it's all about the human society. And that is the greatest fallacy. That is the nihilistic idea which Friedrich Nietzsche have told, that we, our life, the human society, got no meaning. It's meaningless even to exist. So this book is not for everyone. For someone who have huge ego for them being the superior species or being a superior, coming from superior culture, for them it is not. But for those who are ready to observe things, surely it's a big shot. Thank you.